Have you ever wondered why it's so hard for many people to actually be successful despite wanting to be successful? Hear me out here. None of us come into this world like, I want to fail. We don't have a goal of just like going through life and becoming bums and not making anything of it. All of us in some way, shape, or form in one or all areas of our lives want to succeed. It's part of our human nature. But how come a lot of us don't? How come a majority of people don't? And what's the key indicating factors between people that actually are successful and people that are not? Well, that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video, so stay tuned because that's coming up right now. What's going on, guys? My name is Gaby Kemezi and welcome to my channel. On my channel, I teach you guys how to master your mindset so that you can build the business and the lifestyle that you really dream of. And today we're talking about success. Really, what defines success, but ultimately, how do you obtain it? Because like I said, a lot of us do not have the goal of not being successful. We all want to be successful. So what holds some people back? Well, in this video, I want to highlight 5 key areas that you want to take into consideration when it comes to really understanding what success means and how you can obtain it so that you're not living a life of regrets, but you're going out there and you're crushing it and making everything happen that you want to happen in all the areas of your life. So the first area of understanding how to be successful and how to succeed in anything is really self-awareness. Now, the reason why this is super important is because before you can actually be successful, you have to define what that success is for you, right? Because success is different for everybody, and success doesn't always mean more money or cars or like lavish travel or whatnot. Success can be defined in multiple different ways. So what is that for you? And are you taking action to achieve that? Now, for a lot of people, success could be, hey, I want to make more money. Cool, nothing wrong with that, but make more money doing what? And is that thing that you're doing making you happy? Is that what you actually want to do? Because if you are working a job that you don't like or you hate just so that you can make money to make you happy or to feel successful, at the end of the day, that's really, it's all for naught. You know, you're wasting your time because you're just going to be miserable. Right? So there's a balance between finding success, but also doing it in a way that is aligned with you and doing it in a way that you actually enjoy. So what makes you happy? Like, what drives you? Okay? What is that thing that you want to do? That comes with being self-aware. That comes with understanding yourself, understanding what you like and what you don't like, and pursuing those kind of things. Because if you get ahead in an industry or a career that you're not happy in, then you know, what's the point? See, God gave us all gift and, you know, proclivities to do certain things and to have certain interests and to have certain skills. And, you know, our job is to really find those, tap into those and utilize those on our road towards becoming successful. So ask yourself, what does success mean for you? And are you doing what you need to do in that particular area in order to make that happen? All right, so step number 2 of being successful is what I call knowledge transfer. And it really comes down to this. If you want to be successful in any area, you have to really become competent in that area. Take doctors, for example. If you're trying to be a surgeon, you can't just go into an operating room and start cutting people open. It takes years and years and years of study and practice. And you have to have your knowledge down to a T, because at the end of the day, you are, you know, effectively standing between somebody's life and death. So you got to know what you're doing. And the same thing applies for if you're trying to be successful in any given area. You have to be able and willing to invest in yourself and invest in the knowledge in that particular area. Think about what great performers do. They focus on one key area and they get their knowledge down pat. Okay. Now, like for example, you know, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is to this day known as one of the GOATs of basketball. And the reason why he was able to do that and achieve that is because of his knowledge of the game. Not only was his sweat equity there and his hustle there, but he understood the fundamentals and he drilled them down to a point where he was unmatched when it came down to the court. So what are you doing to beef up your knowledge? Okay, some people read books or podcasts. Some people are going out and, you know, investing in courses or mentors or coaches. whatever you're doing, you want to be able to make sure that you are going that step further and getting that knowledge that you need, because without that, you know, talent only takes you so far. At the end of the day, you want to become really grounded in the knowledge that you need for your particular industry, for your particular task that you want to complete, so that you can succeed in it. So step number 3 of how to succeed all comes down to commitment. How committed are you? I like this saying of life will test you to see if you are worthy of what you say you want. And I know for my life particularly, that's happened numerous amount of times. It seems to be the case where the going gets tough just before you have your breakthrough. You know how they say, like, it's the darkest before the dawn? Like, it gets hard just before you make that breakthrough. Ultimately, it comes down to how committed are you. You gotta be committed and willing to go through that pain, go through that frustration, go through that comfort zone in order to get to that other side. And, you know, a secret, but a lot of people fail because they just quit. A lot of people fail just because they don't have the commitment to stick through it and to stick by it and to continue to do the things that they need to do in order to get the goals that they want. No matter how boring it is, no matter how they're feeling, they are committed to that. So ask yourself, are you committed to what you want to do? Or is it just a we'll see? Because if it's a hobby or if it's a we'll see, then that might not be enough to get you to your end goal of being successful at it and succeeding in it, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship and building a business online. Okay, step number 4 for how to succeed really comes down to coaching. Finding a coach or finding a mentor is so critical to your success. And the reason why is that we can only do so much by ourselves. At the end of the day, we can go as far as we want by ourselves, or we can go as high as we want by ourselves. But at some point in time, we're gonna hit a ceiling. We're gonna hit a glass wall because we can't do it all by ourselves. It's best to have a third party or somebody that can be on the outside to be able to show you some things that you might not see, be able to show you some of your weaknesses, or be able to push you when you're not feeling motivated, or to be able to keep you accountable, or to be able to give you certain tactics and tricks and strategies that are going to save weeks and months and years out of the amount of time you would use spending to figure that stuff out in the first place. A coach is so critical to your success. And a lot of people are like, well, I can figure it out. I could do it by myself. Or they subscribe to YouTube University, like I like to call it, because they think they're big DIYers. They do it themselves and they can figure it out. And hey, there's a time and place for all of that. But at some point in time, when you want to level up, when you really want to succeed, it's very important to invest in a coach. Invest in somebody that is going to be invested in you. Now, if you don't have a coach, or if you don't know where to look, have you asked? Have you asked somebody to be your coach? Or have you tried to pursue a relationship where you can, somebody that you admire, or somebody that could potentially mentor you, and just ask them if they can be that role in your life? And let's say you're uncomfortable doing that. You can still find coaches in other means. You can find coaches in books. When I first got started in entrepreneurship, I read tons and tons of books and listened to like podcasts and, videos and different types of things. And, I like to think that I got a lot of like mentors and coaches who didn't even know they were my mentors and coaches, but they were to me at that time. And now today I have people that I can actually pick up the phone and call, but back then I didn't really have anybody like that. So for you, if you're starting off, you can start off with the things that are around you, with the resources that you have, but eventually you're going to want to have a coach, because a coach is really what's going to help you get to that next level and be successful. All right, and the 5th thing that you really want to make sure you have when you are trying to be successful is alignment. What is your vision, and does that align with you? Now, this kind of touches with our first tip there, which is really defining it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't mean jack squat if it's not your success, okay? And what I mean by that is it aligned with what you want? but also, is it aligned with who you are? Is it aligned with like your core being? Because if it's not, you're gonna get to a point in life where sure, you could do things that may seem to be successful and might be defined as success by everybody else's standards. You know, you might have a lot of followers on Instagram or a lot of money or whatnot, but a lot of people, there are a lot of rich people out there that are depressed, that are suicidal. There are a lot of people that are not happy with the lives that they've built, whereas everybody outside of their circle would define that as successful. And that's because at the end of the day, it wasn't aligned with them, you know, and that's why you can find artists who are, you know, they're well off in terms of money or financially, or maybe they're just average, but they're happy and they're fulfilled. And that's because they're aligned with what they're doing, because it's who they are, but also they're aligned with their vision. And so this is something that's really important that I also want to highlight, which is at the end of the day, it might not even be where you are right now. Okay, because where you are right now and your environment and your situation, your circumstances may not equate to who you see yourself being, who you believe yourself of being, or who you believe yourself you could be. At the end of the day, you want to focus on the vision of that. You want to focus on where you could be, of who you can be, of what you can have. And when you focus on that, and then align yourself with that vision without taking into consideration everything that you have in your present moment, because everything that you have right now in your present moment is just a product of the past. Everything that you've done up to today is the reason why you are where you are right now. But you can't judge your tomorrow based off what you did yesterday, because that doesn't make any sense. You judge your tomorrow based off what you do today. And how you focus that is by focusing on the vision of what you feel internally, who you are and what you want to become. And if that's aligned with you, success is going to come naturally, because you're going to be taking steps and essentially filling your own shoes, because, you know, you were destined to do that, you know. And if you understand that and if you tap into that, then success is only a matter of time, as long as you follow the other 4 principles that I talked about in this video. All right, guys, so I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it gives you a good sense of how to succeed and what you should be thinking of and contemplating when you want to be successful, and how to not end up in that bucket of people who are not successful and who end up failing and who end up not accomplishing the things that they want to accomplish in life. Now, if you thought this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know, out of the 5 things that I talked about in this video, what's the one thing that you're going to start doing today to help you get on that track of being successful? Or what's that one thing you're doing right now that you're going to double it down on and continue to do so that you can reach your goals and reach where you want to go? And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that. And please share this with anybody else that needs to hear it, guys. I really do love the support that you guys are giving, and you guys sharing it and tagging me, guys. This is super important. And, you know, that's the way we grow, is by you guys sharing this content so that other people who could benefit from it get to hear it too as well. And finally, if you want to be more successful when it comes to building an online business, now that could either mean that you're currently building one now and you're struggling a little bit and trying to figure out the ropes, or you want to build an online business, you want to make money online, but you just don't know how. If that's you, check out the free video down below. It's going to teach you how you can literally partner up with people who are successful right now, making millions of dollars online. And, you know, like I mentioned in this video, one of the biggest things that you can have to help boost your success is having a coach and being aligned and getting that knowledge down. Well, hey, what if you didn't have to do it all by yourself? In fact, what if you just partnered with somebody who's already a millionaire and built your business off of their business, which is already set up and moving? Well, if that is really interesting to you, or if that sounds like it's something that you want to check out, definitely look at that free video down below in the description. Guys, I appreciate you guys, and I will leave you like how I leave you guys with all my videos. Do not forget, you only live once. Make it count. My name is Gabe Kemsey, and I'll talk to y'all on the next video.